Hi, sweet pears. So it's been a minute since I've made a video. So I thought I would just come on and give a little life update, do a little chat. So I'm actually enjoying some granola and milk right now, and almond milk, because I don't do the cow's milk. It's for me, it's gross, and it hurts my stomach, which is why it's gross. So yeah, I'm just kind of chilling at home. I had to get some lab work done on my stomach and intestines to see what's going on there. And I will know the results, I think, on the 4th of this month is when I see my gastroenterologist. So hopefully everything's good, everything checks out. Just fingers crossed. We also have a roommate now, which is interesting because, you know, I never intended to have a roommate again, but he's a very nice man. He's an older gentleman. He's very nice, very sweet. And actually both my husband and roommate are out right now, so I have the house to myself, which is why I'm filming now. Because now I don't have any, quiet private rooms really anymore. We do have our therapy room for my age regression, and also my husband's age regression. But right now I don't want to film in there because I am eating. And I try and keep eating to either the kitchen or here in the office when I'm like working, filming videos, or just doing art. That's when I might eat in here. But anyways, I am expecting a doll in the mail from Paradise Galleries. She should be here, I think, on the 5th, I believe, is when she's going to be here. And like I said, she's from Paradise Galleries. It is the baby Gigi. I decided I'm going to name her Delilah Dove, but call her Dodie as a nickname. I think it's just so cute. I will actually probably link down below, if I remember, the at the site where you can get baby Gigi. So, hopefully, if anybody is interested, they can go look at her, figure out if that's what they want or whatever. I will, once she gets here, probably film a video, talking about, her and putting her in a cute little outfits and stuff. Because I did get a few onesies for her. And I'm hoping that they fit. Because from what I understand, she would fit a size 3, 3 months in baby clothes. So, just fingers crossed that they actually do work. But as far as the regression side of things, excuse me, I have kind of embraced being a lifestyle regressor, because I actually am almost always regressed. Because for me, it's a combination of symptomatic regression and voluntary regression. Because I do, in fact, have several mental illnesses along with my autism, which causes me to regress involuntarily. So, and also, I'm just kind of in a permanently younger headspace. It's actually something that my therapist have noticed, is that mentally, well, not mentally, like, emotionally, I am stunted. Like, my development was stunted at around ages 13 to 15. So I'm kind of always, in this like teenage head and mindset, which, as you can imagine, very annoying, very much not fun. But I'm actually not in therapy at the moment because, for one thing, I got new insurance, and I have government insurance because I'm on disability. And really none of the therapists I've been able to find out here really take my insurance, even though I literally just switched it to something that was supposed to offer me more ability to, find a therapist. That has not been the case. So, and the therapists that do take my insurance are currently not accepting new patients. So, what is one to do when that's the case? Because I don't want to do online therapy or even telehealth therapy, because for me, I don't get much benefit out of that. I used to do telehealth therapy in the past, and it just didn't offer me what I really need, so I kind of stopped. And then I got a new therapist who was very nice, and I loved her. But then I moved to where I live now, which is, several hours away from, my hometown. So it's been difficult finding a therapist, getting into therapy and things. So yeah, I'm just kind of at a crossroads. I'm still, working on myself and doing the same techniques and skills that I have done even prior to therapy, because I've always been someone who has tried to work on myself by myself, either that or, with the help of a therapist. But I'm not someone who likes to stay stagnant, because I was stagnant for a while with my mental health. And it was just a situation I was in. I wasn't in a headspace to continue trying to improve, because a lot of things going on in my life, and I was in a very bad headspace, basically. I've actually had a lot of people very close to me die. I've had my great aunt, who I was very close to, die. My other great aunt died. My dad died. And there's been just a lot of other deaths in my family. And a lot of other stuff in my family I don't want to go into, because that's no one's business but my own. And my therapist when I get one. But in any case, I'm not the most mentally stable person, but I do a lot of positive affirmations, a lot of grounding techniques, a lot of other things that I just do on my own time to work on myself and to get better. Because I do believe that people have a duty, not only to society as a whole, but to themselves, to get better and to heal from trauma. And of course, that healing looks different for everyone. For me, as an example, I don't prescribe this idea of, forgive and forget. For me, I will cut you off. I do not care. I will cut you off. Family, friends, lovers, I will cut you off. If you're talking to me and you've shown no willingness to change, I don't care. You are gone. I'm not going to waste my life and time trying to baby you or trying to, understand where you're coming from. Well, I will try to understand where you're coming from, but if I don't see any improvement after I've acknowledged where you're coming from, dunzo. I'm not going to put myself in a situation to continuously be hurt. So that's why, I don't really talk to a lot of people. I don't really have a lot of friendships, a lot of family ties, any of that stuff, really. Because I'm in a place where I need to heal me before I deal with anyone else's issues. Because, someone else's, stuff does not need to bleed onto me. Like, I'm not going to let someone else bleed onto me when I'm still trying to stop my own bleeding. Which is also why I try not to bleed on other people I might have in the past, because I'm human. And sometimes we do bleed on others. But we need to be able to take accountability and do better, which was something that I try to do wholeheartedly. I try to always do better in the next chapter of my life. And I feel like I really am. I'm someone who now can recognize my own faults, my own inaction, my own inability to change. So it's something that I've been trying to address, because I want to be someone who is not afraid of change, who's not afraid to get better. Because it does not benefit me to just sit and stay stagnant. I think that's a huge reason why I've embraced, lifestyle regression. Because it allows me to see the world as a child does, and to be that little sponge that children are. And not only that, because obviously it's because of symptomatic reasons as well. Because it's like, well, if I already do it symptomatically, might as well just do it voluntarily as well, and just really get a lot of benefit from it. So, yeah. I definitely have seen marked improvement from doing regression, inner child healing, whatever you want to call it. Which, by the way, it's funny that when you call it inner child healing, nobody bats an eye. No one says anything, no one cares. But the minute you call it age regression, then people have a problem. And I don't understand that. Which, personally, I continue to call it age regression. Sometimes I will call it inner child healing, but for me, like, the label doesn't really matter as much. It just matters the benefit that I get from it, which is honestly what's most important to me. Because, I didn't have the childhood that I would have wanted for myself. I grew up poor. I grew up in a mostly white area in the country. And you can probably understand, with me looking the way that I look, how that would be a problem for someone like me. You could probably guess. So, yeah, I get to reparent myself and heal myself in ways that I would not have been able to otherwise. So I really appreciate having this opportunity to grow, get better, change. Even if it's not conventional or whatever. Like, who cares about conventional, I care about being me and being true to myself. That's why I don't necessarily, regress in public. But I do definitely, I take stuffed animals with me places. I often have, a sippy cup with me. But that's also because of my disabilities. Because, sometimes my hands will just drop things or jerk or anything of that nature. So it's easier to have, a sippy cup with me than, say, a bottle of water, or, ask someone for a cup of water or whatever. Or especially, something that might stain, either myself or someone's, couch or other person's clothes. So yeah, these sippy cups, lifesaver. I have saved so many computers by just having a sippy cup. Because the last time that I really was using a real cup, in my everyday life, because I still do use cups on occasion, but last time I used a cup, as a part of my regular routine, I literally almost spilled it on my brand new computer. And, yeah, I was just I'm gonna go to sippy cups now. That seems to be a better option for me. But, I'm not saying that, go out and get a sippy cup, because, you have to be a certain kind of person, I feel, to be able to be okay with, having, a sippy cup or a pacifier or, like a stuffed animal around your wrist. It's definitely not something for everyone. But I also, I guess, in a way, use my diagnoses as a way to tell people to fuck right off. Because if someone looks at me weird or says something off color, I'm just like either I'll say it to the person I'm with, or even to them at times. I'll just be like, oh, well, oh, what can you do? This freaking, schizoaffective, this freaking autism, this, my other diagnoses, what can you do? So, yeah, I just, and obviously you have to gauge the situation because it's not always safe to tell someone these diagnoses. But I'm someone, I do tend to gauge whether or not I should engage. And a lot of times, even for my own safety and comfort, I just won't use these things if there's a lot of people around me or if I just feel uncomfortable with it. I just don't do it. Which I think there's a fine line between doing it just to be, I don't know, not doing it to be doing it, but I'm not saying you can't be loud and proud of it, because you can. I'm not saying don't do that, but you have to know if it's safe or not. You have to be aware of your situation and your surroundings. You have to really know what's going to fly and what's not. When I'm in the supermarket, I might, have a little lamb around my wrist, or maybe or have some jewelry around my neck or something, which I think, that's more safe than, carrying around a big teddy bear or something, per se. Also, as far as my doll goes, I'm probably going to bring her places, but I'm still going to assess the situation and see if it's something I really am comfortable doing, knowing that people might ask, oh, your child is so cute, or blah, blah, blah. So I have to be aware that I might get these questions, and I have to know that it's safe for me to be like, oh, she's a doll, I bring her around because of this, that, or the other, or even just say, oh, she's a doll, then keep it moving. Because some people are interested in, knowing why you might be carrying around a doll or a stuffed animal or things of that nature. And other people are going to look at you like you're crazy, like you're, out of your head. And I'm used to both of those things. So either way it goes, I'm fairly unaffected. I'm yes, I get embarrassed because I'm a human. Of course I get embarrassed. But I'm someone who I'm able to, after a few days, a week, I don't care anymore. It might, dampen my spirits for a little bit, but I'm never going to let it really get deep down into me. Because I used to be the person who was super sensitive, who was always crying, who, didn't like people being mean to me. But sometimes you do have to be soft, but have a tough skin at the same time. Because I'm a very soft, bubbly, gentle person, but I don't take any mess. I also, I don't let people know what they've said has affected me. I'm not someone who's going to be boo-hooing about it, at least not to that person. Because, I don't want that person to know that their shitty words affected me. I'm going to cry to my husband, maybe to my friend group, but aside from that, no one needs to know that I'm upset, what's going on with me. For me, that is my safety mechanism. For you, it might be different. So, just take what I say with a grain of salt, because your way might work better for you, and my way definitely works for me. I'm not trying to be like, oh, you know, just don't be affected by it, just don't care about it. Because you, like, it's fine to care about it, and it's okay to be affected by things of this nature. Cause it's human, it's natural. I've just been someone who, especially online, I have had a lot of shit said about me, you know, had a lot of people willfully misinterpret me, and things of that nature. So I've gotten to a point where I just don't necessarily care anymore. I care, but I'm not gonna let them know that I care.
Hey Adrian, please take your medication.
Our house talks, by the way. We have a smart house. But yeah, so that's kind of, you know, what's going on with me. I'm gonna like kind of leave it here because I could ramble forever. Like I could make this video like an hour long if I really wanted to, but I won't subject y'all to that. So yeah, this is me signing off. Bye, sweet pears. Love you.